Hi everybody, welcome back to another crochet row. I am trying a slightly different setup. I piled everything folded up where you can see it, and then I'm just going to move everything to the side as I go. We'll see how it works out. For today's little subject thingy, I figured I'm just going to start to try to solidify some guidelines for myself if and or when I decide to branch out into other projects. Because it's kind of interesting, to have this blanket being made in real time, and it'll definitely provide lots of content, but variety is definitely the spice of life. So one of the things I was thinking was something, you know how there's this thing called the debt snowball for I don't know who came up with it originally, but I know that Dave Ramsey is somebody who promotes it a lot. Yeah. Well, I was thinking, what if I had something like a whip snowball? I could kind of arrange my whips in a order of this would take the least amount of effort to finish. And I might not follow it perfectly, but I figure that might be a interesting experiment. Because I have a few whips just like everybody else, and some of them will take very, very little effort to finish, and some of them need a little bit more. You know how it goes. So I'm thinking that should be an interesting experiment that I can do on the side from doing this. And, it'll provide some variety of content, right? I was also thinking of some basic guidelines of not stretching myself too thin. I think I'm going to start with the whip snowball idea. I don't know if anybody else has come up with that idea before. Obviously it was come up with for for paying off people's debts, but I don't know if anybody's articulated that one with crafting before, or if they just did it in a different way. Reinventing the ball of yarn again. So yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, in addition to the whip snowball, I figure, kind of messed up there. There we go. It might also be good to come up with some guidelines of how many projects I'll allow myself at a given time. And these won't be hard, fast rules. They'll just be, general gist type things, so I don't end up running on a hamster wheel. And I think from where I'm sitting right now, a reasonable amount of projects looks something like no more than one project per type of craft, and no more than a grand total of 3. So it's yeah, I think that would be a reasonable workload for myself. I probably should do a stretch break. Yeah, because I mean, 3 projects at a time, especially if 2 out of the 3 are really short ones, and or just part of my WIP snowball, I think that would be very manageable. And we might even see some finished objects on the channel, which would be, you know, something nice to see. I'm also thinking about just, instead of doing a full-fledged project plan for most of my ideas, I'm just going to have like a squirrel list for it, you know? You know, the running thing that people say, like, squirrel, that kind of thing. So I can just write down the general idea, and it can be there when I get back to it. And then if I change my mind between now and then, well, I saved myself a whole lot of effort, because, you know, that would have been an extra project. So I think that's pretty good. Let's see. I'm not sure if I should include thrift flips in my WIP snowball thing. That'll be a, you know, thing I'll ponder and figure out as I go. And that's about it for rules that I'm going to make for myself, at least that I can think of off the top of my head for now. And they're going to be subject to change, because they're pretty arbitrary. I don't have hard, fast things at the moment. But I know how there's things on YouTube with people who are more experienced who do these quite elaborate challenges, and I'm like, hey, good on you guys, good on you, like, that's pretty awesome. I'm not at that level yet, but I'll probably get there. I hope to get there. I think this new little thing I did with folding it and having it right in front of me worked out pretty good. Because it was getting to the point where pulling it from the side was I don't know, a little awkward. That might change again too as the blanket gets bigger. I'm sure most people who've made a blanket know that it's a really good idea to make it during the winter, because when you're sitting there and as the blanket gets bigger, it covers your legs to keep you warm while you're working on it. So that's kind of cool. And look how fast this thing is made up. Like, wow. Doesn't feel like that long ago that I was just starting the yellow. And now it's I'd say 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches? Question mark? So, I think I forgot to mention this up until now, but if you want to like, share, and subscribe, that would be awesome. I'll probably put the little bubble things somewhere earlier in the video. Because that's always a good thing, you know? Oh, look at that. Right before I pull a big loop. There we go. All better? All right. Well, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next row.